Thank you for tuning in to Dear Sharita, where you guessed it, I'm Sharita. In this video, we're going to be talking about 3 tips for being a relatable person, or being 3 tips for being a more relatable person. But before we get into that, I just want to remind you to like, share, and subscribe if you like anything that you see in this video or any of the other videos. I hope that you do. I hope that I am able to be of some help to somebody out there. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Where did I get this from? Why are we talking about 3 tips for being a more relatable person today? Well, so I noticed over the years, wherever I worked, wherever I went, whatever type of environments I was in, that I always got along with people well, no matter what was happening in the environment. It seemed like I got along with everybody on an individual basis. I had a different relationship with different coworkers, different friends in every group that I've ever been in. So I did notice this over the years, and specifically in work environments, I noticed that I always became the type of person that each person could come to on an individual level and even share whatever their thoughts might be, or even vent if something was going on at work that they weren't quite pleased with, or whatever the case may be. And this was not just coworkers, but this was from sometimes leadership, supervisors, all the way down to anybody, even the male person, or whatever the case may be. It seemed that I was always able to have a relationship to where they felt comfortable coming to me, talking to me, and they trusted me. So I recognized this over the years as a strength. And what is this strength, you might ask? The strength is actually the fact that I am relatable to people. It's just my personality. It is whatever I am bringing to the conversation, the atmosphere, whatever it is that I bring to the room. I make others feel more, I make them feel more relatable. I don't bring that I am better in some way, that I know more in some way, because honestly, I have been in positions to where I have been working and I've been completely overqualified in those positions. Those were in another time in my life where different things were happening. I've been completely overqualified, but yet even in that space, nobody that I worked with or anybody in that space that was working with me, they never knew the level of my education. They never knew any of those things that would make them feel like I was superior to anybody in any way, because I always make myself relatable, which most of the time I typically meet anybody that I'm talking to, whether it be a client or anybody that I come in contact with, I meet them where they are. And so this leads into tip number 1. And that is being authentic. The only way that you can actually be, one of the best ways to be more relatable to people, whether you're in a leadership role, whether you're in a friend role, a family, a co-worker situation, whatever the case may be, the best way is to be authentic. And being authentic simply means being yourself. That means being who you are no matter what. And I noticed that was one of the things that I am. And anybody that I've come in contact with, they've said, well, Sharita, you're the same person no matter what. No matter whatever environment I've seen you, I've noticed you've been the same person throughout. I've heard that several times. I really didn't understand it until I got older and I started to realize that, oh, okay, this is what that means, that I don't change. And it's very difficult for me to change who I am. So that is one of the best ways, the first tip of being a more relatable person when you're going into any environment, whether you're a supervisor, a leader, or even working on the same level, is being authentic. And being you, because the thing is, nobody else can be you. But when you allow yourself to be you're at your most authentic state. So the second tip, the second thing that makes a person more relatable, and definitely has made me more relatable, is just being truthful. Being honest about who you are, being honest about the things that you know, the things that you don't know, just being honest as a whole, because when you show honesty and you show truthfulness and you carry yourself in a manner of integrity, this allows people to trust you more, which again puts you at a level of being normal, whatever that means today, or just being it makes us feel like we're on somewhat of a level plane. That's probably the easiest way that I could say it. And the third tip that I have is actually being responsible. One, for example, if you're on a job, if you're in a position, you're in a place, and you definitely have other team players or team members with you, one thing that can make you more relatable is owning your own, owning your part on the team, or owning your place in the team, carrying your load. If you make a mistake, owning the mistake. Just being responsible as a whole, being somebody that is dependable, being somebody that they can come to and know that you are going to own whatever it is that you're supposed to do. That is something that makes us more relatable, because if I'm sitting, for example, if I'm sitting with a client and they are telling me everything about themselves, and I know this experience and I understand where they're coming from, me being able to share in a professional manner allows them to understand, okay, she knows what I'm going through. She's been there before, or she understands what I'm talking about. And it also shows them a real side of you. It shows that you're honest and you're truthful, because you're actually opening up and being somewhat transparent about whatever it is that you're discussing. And then you're owning that you have messed up in the past. A lot of times people want to be able to see that, to know that they are, yes, that you are not perfect, and you're not portraying to be perfect, and therefore they don't have to be this perfect being either, or they don't have to feel so bad about whatever their situation is that they're going through, or if you are open with them. So these are the 3 tips. I'm going to go over them again: being authentic, being truthful, and just being responsible. These are the 3 tips that are very important when you are working on becoming a more relatable person. These are definitely good when you're in a position of leadership, because you always want to, when you have employees or people working underneath you or working with you, you want to be inclusive. You want them you want them to feel as though they're needed, and that their suggestions are warranted, they're desired, and not that this is a boss / employee situation to where they don't have a say, just do as I say. So when you want to try and be more relatable, try to be more of yourself. Try to be more real. Try to let down your guard sometimes, of course, still remaining professional. But those are the types of things that people need to see. And these are the things that make you more relatable to others, and it allows them to be more open with you, and not feel like they have to act a certain way when they're around you. So I hope that these 3 tips were helpful for you today. Like, share, and subscribe. I will be back with another video. Bye.